Alrighty, welcome everybody. This is the last Epoch Community stream number 2. Our current topics will be future funding, race event, blade dancer class, feedback suggestions, alpha timeline, and then the open floor. I'm your host, Racing Behemoth. We have Zin Ryu, your boy JC, who is the race winner, and then Epo Monkey in the bottom corner. I'm gonna make you a little bit bigger. Hold on. I don't know where everything just went. There it goes. Alright, so I will go ahead and start out. Your boy JC is the race winner. He did an excellent job of destroying the game system and ruining everybody's hopes and dreams by completing it in exactly 1 hour. What was it, like an hour and 8?
Hour and 2, I think.
Yeah. So he broke the game entirely, and so everything's going to get nerfed, and then we'll never play the game again. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So how... I guess everybody's question was... Why did you pick... You did it on Beastmaster, didn't you?
Yeah.
And what was your goal when you were doing the build?
Well, I mean, when I started playing this game, I played it on Masochist, and I just needed, something range, something safe, something with a decent amount of coverage. And my goal was only, pushing arena waves at that point. So when I saw that there was a race, I just wanted to play the build I was the most comfortable with. I'm 100% sure that Sorcerer is better for that format. As my build actually starts falling off at level 40 in the veteran arena, if you're not taking too much time to gear up. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to play the build that I was the most comfortable with, and I could just place points instantly and not lose time on anything, not lose time on looting, and not lose time on just placing points in fields and stuff like that.
Yes. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Zin.
Yes.
Ask away, and we'll just rotate throughout the...
Yeah.
Why not Sorcerer?
I mean, yeah, pretty much what I just said. I wasn't sure what the best Sorcerer build was. I did watch Red Eye a little bit, when I started playing. I watched, I think, Rise and Red Eye before I started playing, so I knew that the Lightning Orb stuff was good. He was playing that in Masochist as well.
So,
yep.
What do you think is So we're going with Void Knight on the bottom currently. Yeah. Void Knight on the bottom. Do you think Sorc is better than Beastmaster? If you had optimal prep, do you think you could get the time down anymore? Yeah,
I think. I mean, I've never gotten a run with Beastmaster below 50 minutes. I think it's doable, but I think with Sorc it'd be way better. And it's probably actually safer with all the shield talents and stuff like that. I think you can do between 40 and 50 minutes right now with the current patch.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just not sure whether or not it's just pure Lightning Orb or Lightning Orb with Black Hole together. I know I'm not sure what is better. But I mean, yeah, I don't really have any interest to try to push it myself. But if other people try to before it's nerfed, I mean, we could see.
Leroy isn't here, so we have the floor to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're safe for now.
Yeah. I mean, my build was wrong for the race. I lost a decent amount of time, I think, but it's also because I knew people were dying and I could play safe. But I think not using wolves was a pretty big mistake. I could have saved at least 5 minutes if I used wolves instead of Call of the Hunt or whatever. But I kind of got baited because that got added into the game. I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I might change. Because wolves, when I play Masochist, wolves die all the time. Super fast. But in Veteran, they're strong enough, I think. And the Call of the Hunt is a single target spell, but you can use wolves just on the big bosses instead as a single target spell also. So I think it's just better.
So what you're saying is that pets should just be buffed indefinitely, and we'll just keep going with that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, there might be too strong early game, but too weak late game. I think there might be an adjustment that needs to be made. And the strength early game is probably just because of you get 50% chance to poison on your beast or on your minions at level 10 from the grid. And that's probably why it's too strong early. But I mean, there could be different scaling also on them, less HP at the start, more HP at the end, or something like that. I don't know.
All right. Zin, do you have anything else you want to hand over to Epo or Monkey?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Pretty much everyone on Discord was talking about how useless Void Knights were and how stupidly, ridiculously overpowered sorcerers were. How hard was it to actually keep it a secret that you were playing Beastmaster?
I mean, in my opinion, I was not keeping it a secret. I mean, I posted my times before, the day before. I posted my build like 2 weeks ago or something, a week ago. Like the build wasn't like super optimized, but I mean, I posted my Thorn Totem setup, which was obviously the most important part of my build. So yeah, I think it was pretty out there if you wanted to look, but just people just didn't believe it was good enough. I think, basically.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Proved them otherwise, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's proof, but also like I think Arborist died on Sorcerer. I think he could have probably maybe if he didn't die, I could have died myself, like pushing more a more glass cannon build to like go faster. So there. I mean, I also did almost die quite a few times. If any of you saw the race or saw my VODs, like I had at least, I'd say 4 or 5 close calls between 40 and 50, which is, as I said, it's really weird. Like you start kind of doing less damage and things actually get to you and they can actually hit you.
So what, based on the race event, and then I know there's been rumors that we will have another one whenever we get some more details of it. So with the new tweaks and everything else that are coming out, what are you still going to push with Beastmaster, or the next race are you going to go with Sorcerer, or are you going to actually try to somehow miraculously make Void Knight even worse or better or whatever it currently is?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll just keep playing Beastmaster for now. I like out of the 3 current classes, it's the one that I like the most. It's probably not the one I'm gonna play if like whenever the other ones come out, but currently it's the one I enjoy the most, and it's like kind of like totems are just good in arena. You know, like if the end game was different, like this build would be trash pretty much. The only reason why it's good is because you can just like put totems all around and it covers the whole screen. But if you were like you don't have much space on your bar for movement skills, you can use it, but then like your build loses something and then all that. Whereas like Void Knight or Sorcerer have a lot of kind of wiggle room in their builds to actually move. And I mean, Void Knight needs to move, obviously.
Well, we might have Necro next race.
Yeah, Necro's gonna be good for sure. And then I think Void Knights actually might not be bad right now. I've been kind of like playing around with it. I think what is it, Hammer Throw? Like that looks actually pretty decent. You can do something I was doing is like you can basically you have the spiral Hammer Throw around you, and then you can just like charge top left, charge top right, and then you rewind back in the middle, charge bottom left, charge bottom right, you rewind back in the middle, and so on. And that actually works like kind of decent. When you're in the middle, you charge up some hammers. That's decently fast, I think. I've never like actually completed a run because I go slow because I don't know the like item affixes and stuff. But that build looks actually might be viable, honestly, for the current format. But yeah, that's the only thing I've tried so far in that class. That seems okay. I mean, you could do the same thing as Tempest, I think, basically.
So just whatever you can do then to like exploit movement and get to the corners, cover the corners as efficiently as possible. Yeah,
you need to cover the corners like under 4 seconds. That's the you know the timer on the whatever it is, like the time warp or time. I don't know. I call it the Weaver Ultimate because I'm but, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for the next race because I might, hopefully, depending on whenever they time it, I'll actually be able to participate in it.
That would be good. I would like that as well.
Yeah, next race I'm just gonna push as hard as I can. I won't care too much if I die. I'll just go for the best time possible.
I was like 1,200 miles away, so I didn't have access to the game or the race or my stream. So hopefully next one I will be able to.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun time. for sure. That's really fun, and it's nice. Like, it's something that PoE doesn't really do right now, like short races. So it's like a good. I think it's a good opportunity for them, for the developers, to like fill up the gap that's in the current PoE system.
Then I'm sure that there's gonna be like different events and stuff like that too. I mean, we're closing in. We've got 11 days left, 10 days left on Kickstarter.
Yeah, something.
11, I think.
Yeah, but we did break 100K last night, I believe. We are officially over $100,000 supporting.
Mm-hmm.
We still got a ways to go, but we'll talk about that later on. Does anybody else have anything? Or
Yes.
go ahead.
How consistently were you getting to 50 on your Beastmaster without actually dying? Like, could you do like 10 characters to level 50 without dying at all, or?
I mean, I could do that, but I'd be slower, I think, if I really wanted to. I didn't practice that much. I think I did like 3 or 4 runs, I think, total, and I died the first 2. Because like my first 2 runs, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, so I'd die like putting skills up in my skill tree. So yeah, so then, but that was good learning, because then like I was getting super fast after that. That's like just like putting my points in. I barely take a second every time, and during that I also like identified which monsters would actually kill me during that. Like I think there's only like 4 monsters that actually can kill you if you just stop moving. So that was good practice. And then yeah, I think I got a 52 and a 54 or something like that after that, 2 runs in a row, and then I was happy with the progression I was making. But that was like also, like when you practice, it's way easier to just go like full damage and not care about dying. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think if I used wolves in those runs, I could probably go around like 50 minutes, maybe a little less. But I'll try it, I guess, eventually, if whenever the next race comes up.
All right, so to answer Manby's question in chat here, how much do you get to play with the demo? So the demo is actually custom build specifically as a demo and like as a technical alpha type thing. So none of the actual like game story or content or anything like that are in the game yet. So it's literally just so that you can see how the systems work and stuff like that. And I believe it's going to be, you can play up to level 20 when the alpha goes live, I think. Are they doing that for alpha?
Yes. For free.
For free, yes. It's $14.99 after that.
And then you do get unlimited arena play with the demo.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Right? Or
okay. Oh no, I thought you meant when the game was going to come out. Yeah, with the demo you can play forever.
Mm-hmm. Like there's just like a quick. It's not even part. It's like a quick little story, so to say, and then you get thrown into the arena, and the arena will last pretty much forever, or until you die on your hardcore characters. There's currently 3 classes. We have the Beastmaster, the Sorcerer, and the Void Knight, and then we will soon have the Necro in August. Correct?
June.
Yeah. Why am I thinking August? Alpha's
way sooner.
Alpha's in August. So I mean, it's fun. Now that I'm back, I'll be streaming it a lot more, trying to figure all that out, especially with everything going on currently. All right, what else? So you did hour and 2 minutes with first just the Thorn Totems, right?
Yeah, I mean Thorn Totems, the bear and the Spriggan also, and the little orb thing that goes around you. I don't know what the name of that is. Veil Spirit, I think. Yeah.
I just want more pets. That's all that I want.
And I don't know, but importantly, the frenzy totem as well. That's like that's a big part. Keeping that up is super important. Yeah, but that was it basically. And then like only 18 points into damage on the grid, whereas usually I'd have like the max, whatever, like 31.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just because when people die, you start playing safer, basically. You just need to finish the run at that point.
I don't think I've ever actually successfully completed a hardcore character on any game that I've ever played. I've always died.
Yeah.
And it's always like it's never like something that it's like a mistake, like I've always like gun ho glass cannon, and then I just run into a building and then I just die, and I'm like, well, that was it for me.
Yeah.
Any more questions from anybody?
I'm out.
Okay, we're going to move on. We will cycle back to JC, and then JC, you're more than willing to participate in the rest of the topics, and then open floor. Any of the viewers can ask JC any questions that they want. Okay, so let's go to future funding. There's a backup plan kind of set up somewhat. If we do not reach our goal, then we will search out alternate funding. I'm sure there'll be a lot of more supporters that way, and that we can actually start funding it. They're going to keep doing it no matter what happens, as far as I know of. No matter jobs getting in the way, it's going to take a little bit longer than they planned. But this game is coming out eventually, and we will all have access to it, depending on how much we fund, etc., how much we're involved, I believe. I haven't heard much of anything else about future funding. Let me check that post. Does anybody have
There
else?
was a big post on the
Yeah.
Discord. I think it was this afternoon somewhere.
Yeah, so we've raised a lot of funds through Kickstarter that we're not close to our goal, and it's trending towards us not making the full 210K. That's okay. Kickstarter has gotten us way more exposure than we could have gotten otherwise this early in development. Last Epoch is not going to slow down. Kickstarter has only done great things for us. Those of you who have been poking around have seen we are very dedicated. I'm confident as soon as we get the Necromancer in and some ways to play with your friends, we'll bring plenty of funding. So yes, we are getting multiplayer soon, and depending, we might do some multiplayer podcast and just run around and just wreak havoc. We'll see.
4-man hardcore masochist arena, yeah.
Oh my god.
Um,
Go first.
Last man standing, it's all the viewers, right? That's how.
Yes.
Welcome, G-Res, Gres. Michelle just said last Epoch is not going anywhere. We will open up other funding options. Yes.
T-shirts.
So I have a gift coming, but nobody knows about it, and I can't wait for it to get here. And you guys will see it next week, hopefully, if Leroy ever goes.
Teasers, man.
Mm-hmm. Soon. TM. I'm like Leroy Jr., so it's like a soon.
Don't nerf anything, please.
Yeah. So future funding looks good, bright and shiny. Even if they don't hit their goal, they're still going to put out the game, and I'll be here for it for sure. Blade Dancer. Who wants a sneak peek at Blade Dancer? Here we go. Oh, I got everyone. Let's see.
I think everyone's excited about new classes being revealed and added, and like pretty much any sneak peek is always really nice, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Get that out of here. That was a wrong window capture.
It's an OBS ad. Nice.
No, what are you doing? That's the wrong one. What are you doing? Alright, I'm going to figure out a different way how to do this, because that's not the correct way, and everybody can see everything. Don't look at my subscribers. Where in the world? Why can't I bring up that one particular window?
Too many monitors.
Right? That's going to be the...
Oh, are you also struggling with having like 20 different tabs open and stuff like that?
No. Who does that? Who has multiple tabs open at once?
I have like a set of tabs that just never leave the browser ever. Might have.
And you don't
30
really look at it either.
No, I don't. Weirdly enough, and yet every time I think like, yeah, do I really need 35 tabs open? It's like, yeah, I might use at least one of those at least once in the next like 2 months. So yeah, I should leave that open.
I wonder... Alright, somebody talk about something while I try to figure this out.
Well,
so you want to talk about your race experience then?
My race experience? Okay. Well, I didn't play it on hardcore. I just kind of made a character to mess around and died very early. And then I said, whatever. We're going to just keep going on and imagine. So I have like the timer going in the corner, and I'm just like, as it's slowly ticking closer to like an hour and 2 minutes, I'm just like, how is this possible? So clearly I should have planned and optimized more. But covering the 4 corners, that's important in whatever way possible. That's good. I just went with like lightning orb because it was just OP or static orb. I was just like, okay, this is good. This is golden. And it's just like, okay, this time's like slowly slipping away from me here, and I'm just like, okay, maybe it's not. Maybe this isn't the be all end all.
Yeah, the start, the routing at the start is pretty important too. You can't really go in blind and just like get that. You need to be certain levels for certain bosses or certain zones. So. Because there's a couple of zones that are really good to grind. You don't really lose any time by, going back. You probably gain time, in fact. So yeah, I was actually surprised that nobody went meteor, because that skill is like kind of strong. Also, I forgot to mention it before. Because there's this talent that gives you like, it deals more damage and uses all your remaining mana, but you can just like cast meteor for like 0 or 1 mana like forever. So I don't see why you just don't spam that all around you and just like.
They got rid of that.
That's not that fun. Yeah,
and it might have been my fault.
Yeah.
Maybe,
okay, is that nerfed? Is that nerfed?
It was removed.
They removed
it. All right. Well, that's why then.
Yeah, I made a build on stream actually with that talent. After they did the mana changes, that let it go to negative mana. So what ended up happening is if you hit 0 mana, it didn't lock out the cast, so you could just infinitely spam it, because in the cast animation you would get 1 mana back with the default regen. So then immediately after the animation was over, you could cast it again. So that turned into like a good solid like 30 meteors per second, and that's not in the game anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Zen. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
it was really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Do we also get to blame Leroy for this, or?
Yes, it's always Leroy's fault.
Like, my motto is legitimately, if anything goes right in the game, just blame Leroy, and it just goes away completely. Alright, Monkey, how was your race experience?
I don't want to talk about it. No, actually, for how bad it was actually enjoyable, if that makes sense. I was doing really well, actually, at the start. I got up to level 26 or 27, and then I was practicing off stream because I was playing a lot on stream too, but I wasn't actually doing what I was planning on doing on the race itself. So I was just playing and trying to go as fast as possible, skipping everything. Doing like template level 17 on the Sork is like really scary. So off stream I was practicing on doing the Omen of Silence runs until level 31, 32, get the health notes on the bottom left, and actually killing Omen, looking at the loot it drops, and actually trying to gear up there, get to level 31, 32, and then head into the arena and don't even look at barrels at all. Like, just keep going. And I did get level 50 in hardcore arena consistently with it. And during the race itself, I was 27, 28, and people came into my stream telling me how far behind I was and stuff like that. And like making fun of me for still not doing arena at level 27 or 28, I don't remember. And I was like, oh damn, I'm probably way far behind. But at that point, I was in 4th place, and the one between me and your boy, the 2 guys between us, they both died. So if I would have just stick to my plan, I would have been 2nd place, probably, most likely, maybe, who knows? But, I mean, so I went into the arena at level 28, like having almost no items because, well, I think I skipped out on like 6 or maybe 7 more runs. And I think I died at 31 or 32, so it didn't really last long at all. And that was my race experience. I tried leveling again, but that didn't go too well. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Getting more loot from Omen. Does he drop like a lot of loot every time you kill it?
Yes, like a lot.
Okay, interesting.
And then he also drops like anywhere between 0 and 3 shattering stones or something. So you also get a chance to actually get a few more mods on your good items you get. So, and it doesn't really take too much time if you know the names of the affixes to look for. So, I mean, it's slower than just heading into the arena, obviously, but it was fine. I think my fastest run off stream was 1 minute and 13 minutes.
1 minute and 13 minutes? Wow, that's pretty.
1 hour and 13. No,
okay.
actually, 1 minute 13 seconds. No. 1 hour and 13 minutes.
I don't know what hacks you're using, but if you could go ahead and flashback time.
I mean, it didn't take me much longer than 10 seconds with the dev tool, but I mean, I don't think that counts, right?
Yeah, I mean that's interesting though. Like if there's a way to race with VK, then that has to be it, right? That has to be like Omen runs into arena, since you're like so much faster at running. You can probably
Possibly.
do like super fast Omen runs until like whatever level 30 something.
Well, the problem with Void Knight is that Omen is actually really scary on Void Knight, so you
just
probably
need
don't really want to do it at level 18 or something.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
Attila just
So-
said they nerfed the XP from the main level, but she's not sure if it.
Yes, Omen actually, like Omen itself, the XP in the temple was set to 0, I think Mike told me. So it doesn't give any experience at all. But if you go to the waypoint, you clear the middle room, and then the small pack in the bottom room of the Omen actually gives you about a level every time.
Yeah.
If you just do that. So you still get almost a full level every time you kill him. Even
Okay.
without having, which was like 2.5 levels or something before the nerf. But yeah, 31, 32 is probably like pushing it.
Yeah.
All right, is everybody ready? I finally figured it out, which I probably should have done before the stream, but it is now good to go. All right, let's see. Here's our first look at the Blade Dancer. Zin, while I show these photos, do you want to say what was said in Discord earlier?
All right. Let me read here. All right. So the Blade Dancer is one of the mastery classes of the Rogue, along with the Marksman. The iconic headgear for the Rogue class is the cowl, which typically covers the lower face and has a trailing scarf element. The iconic weapon for the Blade Dancer will be Assassin Blades, a type of one-hander similar to one-handed swords and daggers that will tend to drop with mods that benefit specific Blade Dancer skills. And here are some models here. Some spoilers, Blade Dancer spoilers. So mechanics-wise, the Blade Dancer is going to be a kind of like an agile melee fighter that many love. The swift ninja, the backstabbing assassin, the deadly fighter that dodges blows even as they cut their enemies to ribbons. So this is our first look.
I'm just going to cycle through the photos
That's my favorite one.
because I love like there's a human face that they used. No, that's actually a human body. Never mind, that's an actual full-blown, and they did, okay. I thought this was all like a sketch until I actually like looked at the face.
Michelle cameo.
Yes. So just to cycle back through, the scarf, the cowl, everything else. It'll use dagger/swords type of weapons. It'll be pretty much just rippling through enemies, hacking and slashing. I'm guessing there's probably gonna be like a lot of bleeds or a lot of poisons, or something like that, just to fit the more like assassin type.
I want a stealth mechanic. That would be fun.
Ooh, like stealth, permanent stealth until you perform an action, or like you go in stealth for say 4 seconds.
I'd say stealth, like active stealth. So like, yeah, you can go in for 4 seconds kind of when you want to, or like maybe like a combo system as well, is what I would think.
Ooh,
I feel
so
permanent stealth would be OP.
So
Do it.
shadow step on a target, kill it, then go in stealth, go back and do the same to the other dude.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm...
So I will say, before we continue, if you guys do want to support the game, and you guys do support the game, go to their Discord, post what you want to see, and there's usually like a good positive feedback of they're pretty much going to want, like they're going to help what you want to see in the game. I mean, myself, Zin, JC, Monkey, Attila have all pushed into, or not pushed, but have put in our 2 cents to the game, and most of it's come out or has been incorporated, thought about, talked about, except for my pet thing, which I don't think will ever happen, but pets will be the best, okay? Keep silent.
TM.
I am stoked. I am, like, with the models that we have, the little information, it's just kind of like it's just a teaser. Next weekend should have some more people in here that give us some more ideas. Is anybody on the Discord to see if he's saying anything?
No, I don't think Kyle said anything, no.
Okay. I can't pull it up just because I'm pulling in our images.
Mike just asked the question in chat, though.
Oh, I just want pets to be the best thing possible. Like just the best build. Have as many pets as you want. Pets are OP, forever OP, cannot be touched ever again.
That might be something with the Necromancer, though.
Yeah, which is what I'm looking forward to. I'm just lazy, and PoE, I do summoner builds, D2 summoner builds, anything that I can do a summoner build on. That's me.
Yeah, I think they're already pretty strong currently, but...
No, wolves are way weak.
Wolves are weak.
They do feel kind of weak, though, the wolves. They die really easily.
Late game,
And they have a pretty high mana cost, too, so you cannot just resummon 3 of them and keep your totems up at the same time.
Yeah. No, you need to... Well, I mean, that's a nice thing about this build, I think. The Beastmaster build is that you actually have to do something. They're not, always alive and always, killing everything. You need to, cast spells, technically. As a summoner. It's more, a little more engaging than usual summoners, I think.
For those of you who are saying pets are, just got buffed, no. You gotta understand, there's a little buff, and there's I'm going to one-shot everything buff, which is what I'm hoping for.
Is that a wolf talent that gives them a fixed duration but lets you spam them? Is that any good?
No.
Try that.
I
tried it.
broke my game whenever I tried it, and I had a lot.
It's alright. I think it's worse than totems though.
So how is
So Michelle just confirmed she's gonna do Blade Dancer animations in high heat.
I mean, this is obviously her. You can just paint it over.
Yeah, 2 mana heavy. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Which is a cool thing about this game, I think, the mana system. It's a refreshing take on the resources, I think, compared to PoE or D2, D3.
Well, yeah, because in any of those games, it was basically just get the baseline you possibly can to ignore the resource entirely forever, and then ignore the resource entirely forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
A
mean,
bit of mana leech, huh?
well, yeah, or for D2, it's literally just what do you do? Every single build was enough strength to wear gear, usually no energy, or enough energy to not run out of mana, and everything else in vid. If you got a shield, dex to block cap. That's everything. Just ignore the resource whenever possible.
Oh, Mike is in chat. Hello, Mike.
Oh,
I thought
he is.
that everybody was busy. I'm glad that we got some people here though. That's good. Even though Leroy let us down yet again, but hey, go figure. Let's see. What do we want to do now? Feedback and suggestions. This was your idea, Zen, right?
What was?
Feedback and suggestions
For
the channel topic.
Sure. I mean, feedback and suggestions for anything. I mean, everybody seems to be pretty open to crowdsourcing ideas and getting those creative juices flowing. So if anybody has anything they want to ask or talk about, or
No, Michelle. Okay, so if you did watch the podcast or YouTube video, or if you were here, we gave Leroy a tremendous amount of a hard time just joking around, but it was all good fun. All right, Necro is the next class to come out, so we'll talk about that for a little bit. There better be pets. There will be an explosion of pets. But so Mike or Michelle, it's going to be the same thing, right? Like there still has to be a corpse for you to get a pet from what we've seen with Gazzy's stream and stuff like that. You know, he comes back to cry to me, and then I ask him if he wants to beat you all up.
I'm getting scared of Michelle, man.
Yeah, can someone go over like what happened in that stream? I missed it because I was actually practicing during this.
Okay, so you played plenty of PoE, right?
Yep, and D2.
In D2. So instead of having corpse explosion, it's minion explosion, to where you can send out your minions and have them explode on the target. So it's kind of like Banelings from StarCraft 2 almost.
Yep.
From what I've seen, there's going to be power or what's the PoE skill that gives your pets a bonus?
I'm not sure what you're
I
saying.
know what you mean.
Flesh offering.
Offerings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the central theme with Necromancer minions is going to be minions are the resource that you have, instead of counterpoint of Beastmaster, where they're your friends and you want to keep them alive. Minions are, for the Necro, are going to be like very, very ephemeral, and you can use them to either buff the other minions, you can use them to blow them up, do damage, you can use them kind of as like a, just cannon fodder, basically, is the idea from what I see. Oh, and also Reaper form.
Here we go.
You can't forget that.
I was waiting for it.
Yep. So go ahead,
He
Zane.
actually made a bunch of sentences before it came out. I'm actually surprised.
Yes, there's some restraint there.
As
So
soon
what's
as
Reaper form?
yeah,
Did we see that or did we?
We heard teasers of Reaper form.
Oh, I see.
It kind of sounded like an ultimate ability almost, where it's just like you turn into the Grim Reaper and then you use kills kind of like as a resource to stay in that form. And the longer you stay in that form, the more damage you end up doing, which sounds excellent.
It sounds like the Archon one in in D3, right?
It'd be more excellent if I could also just like cut through my own minions to keep myself alive.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Killing.
oh, I'm gonna break it.
It's like a Surrender to Madness too from.
Sights too, yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's gonna be next month. We don't have an official date yet, but that will be in June, and then Blade Dancer will be after that, and then I would imagine Alpha, given the timeline.
Probably, yeah. Doesn't leave too much room for like a third class to be announced in between, to be honest. I don't think we'll see a third class reveal, or maybe a few sneak peeks, but
Soon.
nothing like set in stone. Yeah, like nothing set in stone like Necromancer for June. Blade Dancer probably between Necromancer and Alpha, and I don't think it leaves much room for a third class to appear before the Alpha is actually out.
Maybe
What about
concept art.
did the Necro have like other spells that aren't minion focused?
Well, so it comes from the Alkalite, which would be the Warlock or the Necro, and then from what I believe was said is that the Warlock will be more of curses, castable spells and stuff like that, and the Necro will focus on some like a little bits and pieces just from carrying over from the Alkalite, but it'll be mainly, I hope, mainly
Minion.
pet based. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Kind of Attila, because the Warlock will still have some pets, but they won't be permanent. Almost like there will just be like quick apparitions, or quick ghost, or whatever, and then they just go away. From what I believe we talked about last time.
Yes, I think so.
What's up, Critical? If you guys do want to check out the game, Critical has some great YouTube videos. He's got a great series going on about Last Epoch. He has some great builds. I highly encourage you to go check out his YouTube channel. Mike just said Circle of Bones. Someone said Circle that increases the damage of allies inside of it and the damage taken of enemies inside of it. Ooh, boy.
Ooh, that sounds great. Circle of Bones sounds very intimidating too.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
But what do you have to sacrifice to get it? So I'm kind of like, what sort of minions are we going to see here? Because like, are we going to have like big scary ones? Maybe you're going to have minions that you sacrifice other minions to summon. So kind of like
a trade up.
Yeah, almost. So like, sack like 50 skeletons or whatever, and you get like some, super huge demon lord or something. Maybe.
That would be a great thing for the feedback and suggestions in the Discord. Just saying, everybody.
Yes.
Somebody go do that right now. I mean,
which is just something like that, because like I don't know how many like minions there's going to be, or how many tiers there's going to be of minions, or kind of like if there's going to be like a base tier where it's like here's like your just general like your Zergling type stuff, and like here's your Hydralisk tier, and here's your like Ultralisk tier. I don't know if it's going to be something like that, or if it's going to be maybe some souls are more valuable than others in this system of soul accounting.
So I know, for those of us who have played Grim Dawn, I've messed around with like a little bit of like the skeletons on that one, and like the more it kills, or like the more experience that your skeletons gain, like they gain like different, like they can go range, they can go melee, or like they get like pieces of armor. Unless I'm just reading into that skill wrong, but that'd be a cool idea too. Where like the more kills that they get, like the more armor or better weapons, or stuff like that. Like you just kind of like upgrade them by kills, so to say. Write that down. Where's the pen?
Yeah, I mean, I think in Grim Dawn, it's just random. Like you summon 3 of them or whatever. I think they spawn randomly with stuff. But I played it like once.
Oh, so Bone Golem, Skeletons, Abominations, Spirits, Wraiths, Hungering Souls, and Spectral Armies.
Okay, so it's fairly fleshed out.
Yeah. Cool.
That's 7 skills in and by itself.
To name a few.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like a great animation is if you have like 5 skeletons, right? And we're gonna talk about like the trade up system, and they all get together and then hold on to each other, and like that's what forms like the Bone Golem.
So we got like skeleton Voltron type thing going on.
Yes.
Nice. It's the opposite of fleshed out. There's no zombies, so no flesh. Wow.
Skeletron.
Skeletron. Can it be called that? Can that be a thing? Can we have Skeletron? Can somebody go write that in feedback and suggestions?
Hey, so I mean, I'm a immortal supporter, so that means I get to make my own zombie, right? So this is just going to be great.
Do it.
I'm super stoked for Necro. Like I'm to the point now to where I'm just like, give it. I want it, and I want it now.
Yeah.
There's that. Then we'll have multiplayer. I don't know if Mike knows or not. But we should be getting multiplayer soon. TM. I guess we'll see when we do get that, because that's gonna be. Did he say when? Like, or no?
He said it's being currently worked on, and it'll be relatively soon.
But they also said it was one of the hardest development things to tackle, though. So,
yep.
I'm not sure.
Michelle, you didn't see any of this, so just go ahead and just blink your eyes and just wait for the chat to disappear.
Is there any update on multiplayer currently? Asking Mike specifically here. And now we will wait 20 seconds for the Twitch delay.
I mean, it would be nice, though. I'm kind of curious if we can cast Fire Shield on totems. So imagine the Fire Shield aura thing on totems. So 3 wolves, a bear, the Spriggan, and 7 totems? 6 totems?
Oh, with Fire Shield, yeah. Sounds good.
Ooh.
Sounds like a good way to delete a boss.
And that was our idea before Zen gets any credit for that. That was both of our ideas.
That's too late.
What I mean, like, could you imagine having like all your pets out and then Fire Shield on each one of them? It just like a volcanic eruption of righteous fire, essentially.
Sounds perfectly balanced.
100%.
Yeah.
Like 40,000 meteors in a second? Yeah. Way good.
Maybe like Enchant Sork from D2 days. It's super balanced.
Then imagine 3 Zorks doing the same thing to minions.
Eventually, we're gonna have to find an FPS cap because I don't know how much computers can handle.
No, I think Mike already confirmed that the same buffs cannot be applied to a target twice or multiple times. So the strongest fire shield would just override the others.
That's probably fair.
Yeah, unfortunately though.
5 Sorks using Ice Nova wards. Or the pets with Ice Nova wards. That'd be good too. Man, that's just silly. Pet. I wonder if any of those things were like thought out. Like you can cast this on allies. I don't know if the pets would count as allies. Like they should.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. So we will be starting to get community members in for multiplayer testing eventually, but I cannot guarantee a timeline on that. Right now, we are building a multiplayer arena, but it's very early, and still our servers can only handle 20 people at the same time for now.
Fair enough.
So dibs. I'm part of the
I
community.
call shotgun. Yeah, shotgun.
Yeah.
Allies do
Allies
not.
at 9 equal minions.
But then again, if the enemies scale in damage and health wise with the amount of people in the arena, can aged forms one shot you twice? With the same life? Like the aged forms already one shot you enough. Like they cannot kill you twice, right?
Yeah, I would assume the damage doesn't scale, only the HP.
Only
Usually
the
that's
HP.
how. Yeah, usually that's how it works in the RPG.
Yeah, D3 tried the damage scaling thing and it didn't really work out that well for them at all.
D3's tried a lot of things that hasn't worked out for them.
That was something else.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything that affects minions must state it. Yeah, I know. I keep trying to fight that one too.
But I mean, okay, so if I'm going to use Path of Exile as an argument here. Minions do count as allies in Path of Exile.
Mm-hmm.
So like Victario's Charity with the charges on allies, it works on them. But anything that specifies party members does not work on minions. But they do count as allies. So
That is
for
true.
one, would love to see being able to like buff the shit out of somebody's minion army. Actually, I as a necromancer would love to sacrifice a Beastmaster's pets in my party just for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be good. I wonder what would happen there, but that'd be interesting.
Some sort of minion explosion on a Beastmaster's bear.
Like,
Yeah.
Get him, bear!
What if you could like take over and like I'm not gonna use like the correct word here, but like necrofy like their bear or like their wolf, to where like it would come to like your side,
Oh, please, yes.
or even like
That would be
even like
fantastic.
temporarily like give it like a time buff. It would change its skin, so to say, and then revert back like once like the buff expires, and it gets like a debuff for like 3 seconds or whatever.
And then
like
your Beastmaster dies because he has no meat shields. Yeah, sounds good.
He's behind your army, like he's in like the shelf, like way back there. You know, like he's way good. Corrupt, yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
Good old conversion trap.
PvP Necro can take control of the enemy minions and then kill their master with it. Yeah, that'd be.
So, okay, I got a question now that PvP's been brought up. Is there any vision currently for how PvP will look? Like, is it going to be like a, I guess like a skills balance for PvP, or maybe having like you got like PvE stuff, but if you're in a PvE or PvP area, they have different scaling, or is it just going to be kind of like, you know, D2 where it's like 90% damage reduction, and you know, by the way, lightning and you know, charge and smite are still super OP, and it doesn't matter what you do. Or like D3 where it's like, you know, the first person to look at the other player wins. Like, just like, you know what I mean? Because like everybody always wants PvP and ARPGs, but like PvP and ARPGs has been so notoriously imbalanced, just like as a byproduct of the core focus of the game in every ARPG, like without question. So I was just wondering if there's like a an idea for how to handle that, or whether or not it'll just be like, let's toggle hostile and go kill everyone for fun, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but
So what you're saying is that you just want to get your meteor fixed back and then go into a map and then just have unlimited meteors for everyone that walks in?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of disagree with that. I think D2 PvP was really balanced, actually. For people who pushed it like a level higher, like on D2 GSP, there was like, a lot of PvP there, and there was like rules, and the rules made it pretty balanced. You could like, for example, use only one absorb item. That was like the major thing, and then like pretty much everybody has Enigma, right? So it's pretty fair. Everybody has. I think it's like it was like so broken that it was balanced.
Interesting.
Pretty much.
It always felt like kind of like rock paper scissors though.
There was,
For the
I mean,
most
there were
part.
obviously stronger classes and weaker classes, but I think that I can't like think of a like impossible matchup, for example. If you were like better than the other player, you would always win.
No, critical. I don't think that they will. I don't know.
But that was like super lucky, right? It wasn't intended. Like you can't plan for that. It's just like, okay, well, Enigma's in the game, and it turns out that like if everybody has like a certain faster cast rate amount, then you're fine to move around, and like as long as you don't like, I don't know, like teleport to the left of the hammer, then you're not gonna die. Like
If everybody's OP, nobody is.
yeah, exactly. So yes, it was broken, but like in a good way, kind of.
Interesting.
I mean, out of all the PvP that we've seen in ARPGs, D2 was probably the best, just because of
For sure.
I mean,
PoE is garbage, like obviously, and D3 also.
D3, if you sneeze, you're dead. Like there's no question.
Yeah.
Like, you walk in and there's no chance. Kind of like a level 1 walking out of Tristram in D2, and then there's like a frozen orb sorcerer like already like precasting as soon as you walk out.
Yeah. Or you just get name locked by a blizzard source, and you just like TP around. And you just always like blizzards around, like behind you, and you're trying to run out of it.
Invisible Bone Spirit.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
a
my
classic.
personal favorite one.
Invisible hammers, invisible tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, if you stay close to the other guy, they're not going to be invisible. You get
That's
punished for camping too much.
All
I think,
right.
well, probably gonna. I mean, Alpha Timeline is pretty much going to be starting in August, and until they can fix everything, get everything going good. I don't know how much more of a timeline that we'll be looking for. I mean, we don't have an exact. I keep saying we. I apologize. There is not an exact date yet of when it'll be out, as far as I know of, unless somebody else has some juicy information. But as soon as it starts, that's pretty much going to be my mainstream, just because there's going to be a lot more content, and we'll finally be able to explore the world and everything else.
Yep, definitely.
So on the note of PvP, it says there will be structured arenas for PvP, and with WoW being the most similar.
Okay. I like that.
It was interesting because I remember, was it Ghostcrawler? I think Ghostcrawler once said that arena PvP was the worst thing they did in that game, and it ruined the game from a balance perspective. And it was just like to the point where he said, like, if we could go do this again and not make arena, we would not make arena, because like it just turned into a complete balance nightmare, because you just have like the two polarized sides of the community that are like, mage sucks in PvE, buff it, and then everybody else like, mage is too good in PvP, nerf it. And it's like, well, how do you win? And for a long time they couldn't.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't think they still have.
Just make a Bloodmore arena.
they haven't.
What they should do is that you should just go in, pretty much just butt naked, and go have fisticuffs, and whoever dodges the most can pretty much win. That'll be like the greatest arena ever.
Slappers only.
Yeah. Open.
Yeah, I think just to close out on that, like I think PvP, like to balance PvP, I think you gotta get lucky. You can't really like, if you plan too much on it, it's probably not gonna work out as you want. And like I always come back to the Diablo 2 example, where like everything is like so broken that it works out. It's like that's a stroke of luck. Like they didn't plan that. It's just like the community made some rules that made it balanced, and it just like turned out super balanced. But
We will prioritize PvE balancing. I really want to make some objective-based PvP with influences from Guild Wars 2 Arena.
Ooh.
Does that mean we'll also get base items for the arenas, or will everyone go in with their PvE gear?
Yeah, you could have PvP specific.
Because Guild Wars 2 has basic PvP gear, right? It's separated from the PvE game? No? Yes?
They do. They also have a
They don't want to make PvP gear.
They also have PvP, but with your PvE gear, but just the level boosting. That's the big three-way castle fight thing. I think, yeah. Which is basically like you've got three sides that are kind of like warring for objectives, and in the very middle you have the giant castle that everybody tries to fight over.
Oh yeah, the big world thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to make PvP gear. Okay, that sorts that out, I guess.
Yeah.
Works for me. Because I feel like in an RPG, gear is everything. So
yeah, exactly. Normalizing gear in PvP is like so boring. Like, what do you do when you don't PvP? If you're like everything else that you do is worthless, because it's like, yeah, and it's obviously like loot based. All you want to do is grind for gear or levels.
True.
What else? I'm down to talk about anything. We'll go ahead and move into open floor, questions from viewers, etc. We do have some devs in the chat and some marketing representatives, so that way I don't get in trouble for that and beaten up later. Probably should have said this also, since PvP isn't in the game yet and we aren't testing it out, this could all change. That is true. I mean, we've seen how many changes since we all started funding and supporting? There's been a lot of changes.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at PvP is something to play around without it being the focus. Yeah, I think that's the... And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, whatever. You can work on it if you want, but...
Yeah.
At that point... Yeah.
I think it's probably going to happen eventually, but not anytime soon. I probably wouldn't even count on it during alpha or even beta, probably.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. Let's see.
All right, so does anybody have any questions?
I was just reading chat.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see.
Guilty.
Yeah. Mike, do you have any info on the next race besides what was said earlier today in Discord? We have like a general time frame, alpha, necro. Then, do we have any juicy details on anything before the 11 days is up? Any like last gun ho type things? You guys are just now tuning in. I'm not sure. My viewer count is currently glitching back and forth. Podcast for Last Epoch, which is currently in Kickstarter. We are currently over $100,000 trying to make it to our goal. So if you guys do want to, exclamation point Kickstart in the chat, we'll bring you to their Kickstarter page. Go watch the video, get the free demo. The demo is amazing. They generally have weekly patches. Whenever Mike feels like pumping out some new fixes and stuff like that. I don't want. What about dry details? I highly support it. I've already done my part, and so has everybody else here. Other than that, I'm ready to talk about anything. I wasn't talking about classes in general. I'm talking about like events or fundraisers or...
Yes, he's currently making a launcher to make patching not suck.
Oh, that's
excellent.
Great. I can finally get rid of the 7 different folders on my desktop.
Keep the one where Meteor's broken. Hold on.
Is that what you do before you go to bed? Huh? Happy memories?
Should be. Like, check out this cool content. Oh, man.
You should probably like save a clip from that. Then like for like your sub notification, or or like this game, like when we start to stream this game full time, like, hey, like this is how it used to be. Like this game used to be great until Leroy just destroyed it, and then it'll all go back on Leroy, and it'll all be good.
It's all Leroy's fault.
You gotta watch out now, though. Michelle's on the hunt for you, I guess.
Well, she just missed me because I believe that she's in Texas, and I just left there yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I'm in the clear now. I'm pretty far north again. Yes, a launcher will be Actually, hey, Mike, I'm gonna need that tonight to like, let's go. You know, you guys are doing great work. I couldn't be happier to support everybody and help promote it.
Yeah, and like I remember the first time I launched a demo, it was like you kill the what is it, like the big larva boss, and then like you think it's over, and then you go kill the Woman of Silence, and then you think it's over, and then there's arena on top of it. Like I feel like it's a lot for a demo.
I was really surprised with Arena because I thought like Arena would just be like a taste of like what's to come until like I got to wave like I think it was like 80 or something like that, and I was like, does this ever end? And then sure enough,
Yeah. I thought they would stop at like 100, and then I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I think Arena wasn't even intended to stay in the game, as far as I'm aware. I thought it was just in the demo for a little bit, but it's a lot of fun now.
Yeah, that was the original design intention. It was just like, okay, you beat like the hallways. Now have something to do that's like repeatable. But hopefully it'll stick around.
so
It's pretty fun.
pre Kegger Arena that was pretty brutal with all the loot before like they put it into all the barrels.
Yeah. Lots of lag, lots of screen clutter.
Like I lost sound like five or six times easily.
Yeah, and to me, when they fixed the memory leak with the sound, that's when I could start playing. Kind of like I could start pushing the Beastmaster build more, because that build makes so much sound, right? Even when the sound is muted, you get like insane memory leak. Every like 5 waves, you just lag for like 10 minutes, and then you're like, okay, just like reset the game every 5 minutes.
Well,
Yeah, I ran into that a lot too.
Michelle, you just missed me, so you can't beat me up. So I'm way in the clear now, so I'm good. Yeah, face tanking 2 elements is not fun, and they fixed the worm, didn't they? Like the worm's poison cloud, the way it didn't one-shot your minions every single time.
I think it still does.
Great.
I mean, the worm has a fire attack too. That's the one that like chunks you. But yeah, maybe the worm dot is less of a problem. But I think minions still die because of whatever. I think it's like a kind of thorn thing. Whenever it gets hit, if you're around it, you just take like massive fire damage.
I haven't tested minions out against that in a while. I got really disheartened the last time I did because they just love to stand in all the fire that they possibly can, and they evaporate.
Kind of sound like me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll survive, and I look down and like I'm out of potions. I'm like, oh god, get out!
Wait. You can get 2 omens in a single wave?
I've never seen that. Can you get that?
I've had it. I had it happen, but I didn't. I had one omen from the previous wave that didn't die, but for some reason it started the next wave, and that had an omen as well.
I've seen 4.
Oh,
What?
Jesus!
4?
That's
What?
horrifying.
That's pretty funny.
Imagine just killing all 4 of them at the same time, or like damaging them all at the same time. They all go below 50 health, and all the beams coming through.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. This whole void beam call down.
Yeah, those beam needs to like stop after it dies.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It kind of continues throughout pretty much the entire next wave too.
Oh yeah, at least.
The minion AI is as basic as it can be right now. We are working on making a much more sophisticated AI for everything with our Aussie dev Luke on long-term project. So don't make them too smart. Like, don't make them like super smart, so that way like they take over the world, type deal. Like iRobot.
I was surprised with the minion AI. Like, I guess as long as you make them aggressive, it's fine, right? It feels good because they're just aggressive. That's all you need, really.
Mm-hmm.
Those ranged lightning things, the Bjorls. Oh, those are kind of fun.
Yeah, the Bjorls, the fire golems, that meteor, the worm. I feel the fire dog, that like GMP fireball with the tornado.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Riley's hound or whatever that is.
Yeah,
It's terrifying.
I think those 4 are my list of mobs that I don't want to see.
No.
Oh, the H-form is fine if you have some dodge. What's the other one?
They're really spooky if they spawn in the bottom 2
Yeah.
corners though. Like you cannot
you
see
don't
them,
see
and they
them.
actually hit you once you see them. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. That was an old D2 PvP trick, actually. Getting it under the other guy so that UI wouldn't block you, so you could like name lock them off screen.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yep.
But yeah, it's the thorn, the ones that shoot mortar when they get hit. Those like destroy totems and like instantly.
Yep.
Apart from that, no other monster really is too threatening right now, in my opinion.
No, it's a lot more balanced than what it was a month ago. Like right as soon as Kickstarter started, like that was pretty brutal.
Yep. But then again, it was just like, yo, just play around with this and see how far you can get. Versus like, hey, we have to tweak it slightly so that there's like a hardcore race, people can actually like play it for longer than 40 seconds. So it's a lot more forgiving now, but still some things are just, ugh.
Spooky.
Yeah, very spooky.
Anybody have anything else? Any viewers want to ask any questions regarding last Epoch?
I was reading chat again.
Yeah, so I keep looking at it like, oh! Before Zen dies from a really bad cough, apparently.
Yeah, I've been sick since Wednesday. I'm not having a very good time with that. And I've been streaming for like 2 days, so I've just been talking nonstop, which is really good for a sore throat. I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody else have any questions? Anything to discuss? With that 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently waiting for.
I'm gonna try out that Twitch beta low latency stream.
Yeah.
Next race? Question mark.
Yeah, I asked Mike. Mike hasn't responded yet. As far as we currently know, is that there will be, I believe there's gonna be one more race before
The
Kickstarter ends, within the next 10 to 11 days.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait a little bit because of the PoE flashback.
Yeah.
Not soon, but not necessarily not soon.
Yeah.
Soon TM.
Soon TM.
Do you think it's going to be the same format though? Just whoever gets to 50 first?
That was a pretty good format in my opinion, but they could change it up, I think.
No word on the next race. I believe we want to have another one pre-Kickstarter ending. We don't want to conflict too much with the PoE. PoE's race is like 3 weeks, right?
It's a month.
Yeah, it's supposed to
That's
end.
like
It's done on the 27th, I thought.
Yeah. So
well, yeah.
that's whenever Bestiary ends too, finally. The Kickstarter doesn't reach its goals.
Finally. I mean, I like that league actually. Mirroring maps was pretty fun. Like you could just like craft a crazy like Elder map and then mirror it. I had a T16 channel with Beyond Sea Witches and like some like pretty much the highest spec size you could get apart from that. That's pretty fun.
So
Level beyond that was
next race will be first one to get 4 T5 enchants on one single item.
Oh.
I've never gotten more than one personally, but
I've fractured every single one of my items every single time, so I have really bad streamer RNG.
that's the reverse streamer range.
Mhm.
I managed to get a few. I was like rolling into like 5 or 10% chance to destructive fracture at that point in time, and I think I ended up doing like just a minor fracture on it eventually. But I was pretty close to 4 T5s.
Attila,
I have one necklace, 4 T5s, and that's the only thing. One amulet, and that's it.
Nice.
And it's really bad affixes too.
That was created through dev mode, I assume, right? Through Explosion?
Yes.
I never really played around with that.
I think it had
Cool thing.
like at least 12 or 13 affixes on it when it dropped.
so I have personally never used dev mode.
You should. You're missing out.
Yeah, you're really missing out.
I
So-
used it to make like the guide of my build, but apart from that,
Yeah, it's good. It's good for testing.
Yeah.
Or
And
trying out
breaking
your
stuff.
RNG. Yeah, and breaking stuff.
Attila, I believe so. I cannot confirm nor deny. I would hope so.
And these T-shirts.
There is currently a giveaway.
T-shirts.
Michelle, if you're still in here, there's currently a giveaway going on for T-shirts. If you guys want to check out in the announcements of the Discord.
Let me do that right now.
I think it's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Can it not be Facebook?
And then Mike just confirmed that there will be T-shirts available later on. Once they get sent to all of us, of course. And then you guys can have whatever is left over.
That's definitely how it's gonna happen, I'm sure.
Oh, we got a yes. Confirmed. T-shirts.
Thanks for tuning in, Zen. Thanks for tuning in.
You're welcome. I was reading all the posts in the Discord. No, let's go back to bed.
Good, Attila. Good. So I'm kind of curious, like,
Ooh.
if
Ooh.
I do get to keep my tier post Kickstarter stuff like that. Oh, it ended yesterday. Thanks. Well, don't mind like the past 5 minutes of the whole giveaway that I was trying to promote.
Well, we tried.
Like, what am I gonna do for a zombie? Like, how should I? Trying to figure out, like, because I get to do a voiceover and then I get to help design a zombie.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to like kind of figure
How
out
do
what
you
you want
do
to
a
do before the whole
voiceover
game.
for a zombie, though?
What of that?
I was gonna have like a really, really loud burp, and then like we'll just like reverb it to where it sounds like a growl.
That's perfect. That's like Banjo Kazooie voice noises and voice sounds.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie,
Yeah.
or just say brains over and over again.
In a very boring voice.
What if I was like, yeah, there's some brains over there. Mm-hmm. And that was the clip, and then
That was it.
Yeah,
So these
it's
are
like
like
super
boss
obvious
zombies.
human voice.
Like boss zombies or just like run of the mill everywhere zombies? I'm curious.
I don't know. It doesn't specify it. It says help design a zombie. I think I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, so that's what I thought it said too. And I'm just like, is this like, super zombie, or are there
I
going to be
think
like
it's an-
hordes of, hordes of
A horde of burping zombies,
burping
yeah.
zombies? That'd be
Please.
terrifying.
If I can just get a horde of burping zombies, yep, that one's going down.
Okay, I like that. That's a good suggestion.
How does a raging behemoth sound anyway? My name comes from Final Fantasy and then D&D. So it's just the summons and enemies in Final Fantasy, and then the character design was from D&D. But it sounds pretty much just a burping zombie is what I'm going to forever now go with.
Still open for interpretation.
Mm-hmm. I'll need a translator. I don't have much more.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we will have Leroy back. I believe he said that he will be able to attend next week's podcast.
Yes.
Unless he's out then too. Wasn't he going on a trip too?
I don't remember. I didn't.
I have no idea.
Well, he didn't mention this whole graduation thing until yesterday, like the day before, I think, is when I first saw it, and I was like, well,
I don't remember.
yeah. I mean, we'll have somebody, I'm sure, either Mike or Leroy or anybody else that wants to come in and help out and give us some juicy / dry details, wherever they can.
Probably, yeah.
And then I'll have something for the community, or not community, but for something for the camera next week, I believe. Intent soon, TM. If he did send it.
Dying again.
Oh, is it? Yep. Isn't? Are you?
I'm alive.
Okay.
It's all good. I'm still here.
Blink twice if you have to call 911, okay?
Yeah, right?
Hey, there's a streamer. He's choking on his stream, but I don't know where he lives.
He's on camera though.
Yeah, here he is, and it's like FaceTime, like the 911 operator. That's a great idea, Scarecrow. That's gonna be every time you kill a zombie, it lets out a fart sound. It's had like hordes of farting, burping zombies. We'll call it. That's what Gassy should do. And like gassy zombies.
I said
Right,
gassy
yeah.
for a second. I was like, what?
Nice. Yeah. There's a pun there somewhere.
Gassy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to ruin your fun, okay? Alright. If everybody's done, I think we have successfully covered all of our topics. We've answered all the streamers or viewers. We're the streamers, they're the viewers. Gotcha. You guys do want to come and hang out. Most of us will be streaming later. I don't know what everybody's going to be streaming. I think we're all going to be doing other things.
Same things. Yeah,
Flashback.
Yeah.
probably.
But as soon as I get multiplayer Necro, then I'll just start weaning my way over here. Hint.
Back to full time last epoch then, I guess.
Yep. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This will be uploaded to YouTube later for those of you who have missed it. Be sure to check out the Kickstarter, the Discord. They're both listed above. Come out, hang out, post your suggestions, feedback, test out the demo. Whatever you guys want to do. I appreciate everybody coming out, and I hope that you guys have a good rest of your weekend.